Please don't. Please don't. Okay.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
I'm gonna lock in. I should, man. Yeah, the other game, yeah,
Ready to get it started here, Riley Patterson, and off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Oh, yeah, we going.
And now the rookie's free. One man to
That's how we
beat.
start the game. That's a kick return.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. So a heck of a start to this, so we haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try to get another big score and a big one early.
Let's see, the over and under is -8.5.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
It's like betting.
Now a crease here as he's
I have a -8.5 point on the spread, saying I'm gonna win by about 8.5 points. So. Yeah.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I don't like a little mini game. Nobody spends their real money on it. Like a little mini game. Getting sense of the end of the season. That's a pick.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
Yeah, after this game,
5 yards on the
I'm
carry.
gonna put these short ribs on.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll set up to throw.
Good catch, DK.
And there's a diving catch. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. No CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Time to throw this ball.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
And hope for the best.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
He caught it.
This is caught inside the 15.
He caught on his neck.
And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
I gotta put my MVP. I gotta make my MVP case.
Yards shy of the 30.
Right now, because in the game it has me first for MVP, but when the league does their little on vote and stuff, that shit gonna be a totally different story.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
John Baker, I need you to get that tackle. I need you to have 7 tackles,
13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Patterson's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, I scored the ball fast. I'm surprised he's been playing his linebacker as much.
You're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far.
Used to playing in the line. I'm trying to get the ball out quick.
That's what he's searching for now.
Let's see.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 21-3 is your score after one. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And
let's go, Brian.
For a Seattle touchdown.
Look at that shoulder.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there.
That's risky, though. It's too close to the play. Let's be on one of my shoulder with my quarterback. What touchdown? He's too close to the play. Because the last game I played, he got hurt.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Oh, dude.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Not as much as the other league, but that's definitely got it here.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
49.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. Walker now on 1st and 10. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Deep zone there, DK should be open.
2nd and 4. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. Now Myers for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
My second half, I should be able to put my bench in. Probably.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Nope.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
I want to run like this.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw here. He'll find Metcalf. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Slide to the right.
They'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by
Of course, in this breakout game, I need 7 tackles and 2 TFLs with Jordan Baker. I get 2 picks instead.
It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him
at the end of the game, I'm going to feel deserving of the breakout, but I'm not going to get it because I ain't get the specifics.
There's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 45 yards. And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again. The fly route works for the TD grab.
People are holding on to the ball. That's the most important.
And that's exactly what he did all the way into the
I swear that's the difference in this game right now. If my people wasn't holding on to some of these catches, I would definitely know how much dude. I mean, I'd still be winning. I personally feel, but will I be up by as much?
Just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Down the right sideline, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and
become
flows,
lax,
and this one is no
I still got
different.
expectations from y'all.
Sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit, and they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Quick
throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
This might be a screen or this might be Burks. That's it. If I step in front of Debo quick.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one.
He's right.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts
carry over
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But
touchdown, Packers! Deebo Samuel. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Return this kick. Take a knee, go to half.
Back out there to send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good.
I will. Okay. I'll leave that there. Third down back, Shanks on the name. Power back, sack. Kenny. Slot receiver. Eskridge.
Position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Closed up.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle
medicine
at the 43-yard line.
You know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs.
They get shot. They get shots to kids in.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to throw now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrell Dodson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
He wants a sack. He got it. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
That's a good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On the give here, Charbonnet. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Uh-oh.
On play action, they'll throw. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw it.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Your love is toxic.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
He was there.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him, And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Howell. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Howell out of the shotgun. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is. And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A run now with Charbonnet, and he'll get about 2 there to the 36. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
You've been finding it hard to rebound, probably. That's fine.
Offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs, 69 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game.
I'm going to let my foot off the gas, and now the game looks like it was actually close.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Howell. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 9 here. Howell now to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
You can't hold the kick no more.
So it's an empty possession there, and you have to
it.
say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case,
if I'd have scored 50, 60 points, I'd have been reprimanded. Yeah.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion caught in the end zone.
Now I'm sitting here looking at a 39 to 45 game. But
so with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining.
Yeah, I prioritize the health of my starters over how the stats look towards the end of the game. The score, more or less.
And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Charles, normally when you see score this many points,
the good thing nobody put that -8.5 because they'd be pissed. They're highly pissed off come second half. Like, can he just give me the breakout, please? He did a good job leading the defense out there in the spite other than make plays. I saw that too, even if he wasn't making as many plays if we would have left. Oh my God.